at the home court of the Purdue Boilermakers. Beautiful campus, beautiful arena, and I have heard they pack it out pretty well, so something to look for tomorrow in Bowling Green's match against Purdue. That will come more into play tomorrow. For all BGVB and other BGSU athletics news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or our social pages, BG_FMSN on Twitter and BG Falcon Media on Instagram and Facebook. This will be the first match BGSU plays all season with their first-year head coach in the building. The new mother, Alex Del Piombo, will lead the Falcons directly today after a 3.5-hour trip with her mother and baby Elias, both of whom are in the building as well with Alex today. Also joining the team for the first time in 2025 is senior middle blocker Jessica Andrews, fresh from Thailand, where she competed with the Team Canada in the 2025 World Championships. Also back with the team is setter Anna Shitek, out with a concussion for the North Dakota Invitational. The sophomore is making her first appearance this season and making it the first time this season that we see Bowling Green volleyball in its entirety, from the coaches to the players. Everybody is here in the building today in the Holloway Gymnasium, and it is against the number 15 Kansas Jayhawks, who are also in their first season with their new head coach, Matt Ulmer. Matt Ulmer, successful in his last stop at Oregon, the head coach from 2017 through 2024, also an associate there in 2016 and an assistant since 2014. He's been at Oregon a while and a very successful head coach there. He has a 1-3 record and yet is still ranked number 15 in the nation, and that is due to the quality of the losses from this Jayhawk team. They lost to number 2 Penn State in the AVCA first serve Invitational, the number 8 Wisconsin Badgers, and the number 12 Creighton. All 3 losses were 5 setters, and then they have a win against Vanderbilt, that one coming in a 5 setter as well. So they have yet to play less than a 5 setter. They sit at 1-3 and still ranked top 25 in the nation by the AVCA. They have very strong, very powerful hitters. The main one is the freshman Jovana Zelenovic. She has got 52 kills on the season and 136 attempts, a .213 hitting percentage from the freshman out of Novi Sad, Serbia. She is a huge player, and I say huge meaning she is 6'7" as a freshman. She's absolutely massive, very powerful, and a game changer on that right side for this Jayhawk team. She's going to be partnered with Selena Leban, a freshman out of Novogortia, Slovenia. She's going to play on the left side today most of the game. Their second leader in kills, 44 kills on 127 attempts, just below a 200 hitting percentage. Plays the entire game very well. On August 25th against Penn State, 20 kills, 5 errors, 38 attempts, almost a 400 hitting percentage in that game against the Nittany Lions. 11 digs, 4 assists, 1 ace, and 4 total blocks, contributing to all aspects of the game as just a freshman. Those are the 2 freshman mains for the Jayhawks. Those are going to be the 2 that Bowling Green's going to have to really look out for on the right and the left side. Both of them are a little bit slow with the feet, not too great with how they play defense. Their blocking's pretty good, obviously. Zelenovic is 6'7", but a lot of different aspects that Bowling Green can exploit against this Jayhawk offense today. You're going to see a lot of cross-court attacks from the Jayhawks. That's the majority of what they do, is they shoot cross-court. Laban, Swanson, who is their other outside hitter, Zelenovic, Ptacek, and Pappas, all of them shoot cross-court quite often. Pappas also has a little bit of a slide that she utilizes in that middle blocker position. She utilizes it quite well, and that's going to be something that the off blockers, the outside, and the opposite hitter are going to have to worry about for Bowling Green, but also Jessica Andrews, Helen Wilford, and Kendall Williams, who are going to be locking down the middle for the Falcons today. Another aspect to worry about if you're Bowling Green is the setters. The setter Kristen Klein, second-year transfer starter and a sophomore out of Oregon last season, 1,139 assists in 2024 with Oregon. Was their starting setter, 5th in the Big Ten in assists per set, 10.26 assists per set. That is quite a large margin for Kansas to pick up. It's a very top-tier setter for them. They got him the next 2 years as well, and it's probably going to be one of the game changers today. Does have an effective dump play that we, as Falcon fans, we know a lot of from Amanda Otten. Not as tall as Amanda Otten, only 5'11", but an effective dump that she throws it into that circle every once in a while, into that campfire, and it's a very good play for Kansas to utilize, especially when they're a little bit down and going on negative streaks. She also runs a quick-paced offense, especially to that outside hitter of Laban, and a more slow-paced offense to Zelenovic on the right side. Understandably, you got to get the ball higher in the air when you're setting to a 6'7" pin hitter. That doesn't really jump that high. However, she does quicken the pace to the left side, slow it down to the right side. That is Kristen Klein, the setter. The two outside hitters as well, middle blockers, Patasic and Pappas, probably the two that we're going to see today. Reese Patasic, the sophomore, another youth player on this Jayhawk team. 38 kills, 95 attempts for 200 hitting percentage. Pretty efficient attacker, and has added 24 total blocks this season in the 4 matches that the Jayhawks have played. And then the other one, Aurora Pappas, against Creighton, which was on August 31st. 2 kills on 3 attempts and 5 total blocks. She contributes more on the blocking end, doesn't really run too many offensive rotations, but she is a fantastic middle blocker for this Jayhawks team. And again, somebody Bowling Green's going to have to worry about on the blocking end, seeing through her hands. You look to Bowling Green with what they're going to do today, and again, they are at a David and Goliath situation here with Kansas being the number 15 team in the nation after this Monday's ranking. But a couple of focuses for Bowling Green today: shoot through the blocking, especially looking to Lauren Hovey, to Avery Hobson, to Edita Vaswavchik. You have to play with conviction, and that's kind of the big thing that they were talking about in their scout and their pregame today, is shooting through the blocking, being confident that you're going to be able to really pound the ball through these blockers of Jayhawks. They are exposable, even though they have some pretty good height. They are young and exposable, and that's going to be something for Bowling Green to do today, is not back down from that front. Going for it is going to be a big thing for them, not backing down from that front, and also just playing clean and focusing on the little things was something that they're really going to keep in touch with this entire season. They're a good enough team. They have enough talent. They just don't execute on the little things as often. And their last invitational win against Temple and St. Mary's, lost against North Dakota State. They did very well in the Temple game at passing and at hitting. Their passing wasn't too to standard, but they were able to save it a little bit with their hitting. Against North Dakota State in their 3-set loss, they did not have the passing that they were looking for, and the hitting was just not able to save it. So a little bit 2 different looks that you saw there. Against St. Mary's, especially in the first 2 sets and the 4-set win, they really did a very good job at both. They had good passing, they had good attacking, efficient attacking as well, which is always something to look for as a fan from this Bowling Green team. When they attack efficiently, they tend to win. This is going to be a big focus for Bowling Green today, is attacking efficiency, making sure the passing, the first touch and the third touch are always as possibly good as they can get. Amanda Otten, the junior setter for Bowling Green, always pretty consistent, always puts it in a pretty good spot for Bowling Green to make something happen. Offensively, 2024 MAC first team, 3-time setter of the week and 1-time player of the week with Bowling Green. Lauren Hovey, again, the best swinger on this Bowling Green team. Avery Hobson looking to get into the game both defensively and offensively. Over 500 digs and kills over the last 2 seasons that she spent at Duquesne, the junior transfer into Bowling Green this year. Edita Vaswavchik with a very powerful arm is going to be a look for Bowling Green to get her some big swings. And I heard Coach Alex Del Piombo say that this might be one of those games and one of those weeks where you really try a bunch of different arms, mainly seeing some more outside hitters on that left side, possibly seeing Ava Buttlemeyer, possibly seeing Maren Dunaway. We've seen Anastasia Bozic a couple of times in this season already. Maybe trying some new arms, see how they go against 3 ranked opponents this weekend. Players to look out for is going to be pretty chalk today for both of these teams. It's going to be Jovana Zelenovic for the Jayhawks. Nobody on Bowling Green's roster really resembles Zelenovic in the way, you see 6'7", you think tall and skinny. She's got some massive power with her. She's a massive human being, a powerful swinger. 52 kills already this season. It leads the Jayhawks. Shutting her down, you're not going to shut her down completely, but getting her as low as possible is going to be a good effort for Bowling Green today. You just want to play as well as you can. And then for Bowling Green, I think I'm going to look toward Amanda Otten, the setter for Bowling Green. 1,436 assists in 2024, the 2024 MAC first team. And what I thought was a shoe-in for setter of the year, didn't end up winning it, but that's arguable. We can argue about that a different time. She is going to be effective both on the service, as she is 7th in the rally scoring era record in service aces, 38 in 2024. That's 7th best in a single season in the rally scoring era. She's going to affect the game serving. She's also going to affect the game assisting as well. And her getting good sets off to Hovey and Avery Hobson and Adita Vaswavchik are going to be big for Bowling Green, getting as high quality swings as they possibly can today. The first match we're going to see with Alex Del Piombo on the court in 2025. Her first match is here as the head coach of Bowling Green Volleyball. We'll give you a rundown after this break in a few minutes. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Ever heard of Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcast on Falcon Radio or WBGU 88.1 FM but don't know where to listen? Well, set down the radio, pick up your phone, and go to bgfalconmedia.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to stream Falcon Radio and WBGU 88.1 FM for all broadcasts.
Wake up and get going with the music you know and love. Early Bird Oldies broadcasts weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. and plays all the tunes you remember. Find WBGU on the bottom of the dial at 88.1 FM or streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com. Early Bird Oldies will put a smile on your face and make you tap your feet. And it's only on WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. On November 15th, 2024, BGSU Hockey defeated St. Thomas in a shootout, courtesy of a game winner by defenseman Jack Blake. Falcon Media Sports Network's voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, had the call of the moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And Jack Blake, for all the glory, trying to put this one away with the puck, taking it around, far side wheel, working in with the shot, and he fills it! Jack Blake with the shootout winner! First time in the lineup this season, and Jack Blake is the hero as Bowling Green mobs him.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconmedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM.
Told the team they need to be more careful about our heart health because this is a cardiac team.
Your home for BGSU Volleyball.
If you're already awake between 4 and 6 a.m., you may as well have a good time. Check out Early Bird Oldies, playing all the hit music of a different generation on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU. Don't forget to listen to the morning show immediately following Early Bird Oldies every weekday, right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Media Sports Network will have an in-studio pregame show for all football broadcasts this season, beginning approximately 25 minutes before the kickoff for each game. Make sure to tune in on Falcon Radio for our newly extended coverage.
Start your day with WBGU FM and Early Bird Oldies. Tune in to Northwest Ohio's community radio station weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. for classic hit music from decades past. Enjoy all the golden oldies you remember and stick around for local community news and entertainment with The Morning Show. Early Bird Oldies, broadcast weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
The Zig Zone, Falcon Media Sports Network's weekly radio show dedicated to BGSU athletics, has a new segment. Make sure to tune into the show every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. to listen to the one-on-one segment, where Holden Ruck will interview a key figure in BGSU athletics.
Hey BG Falcon fans, you're here with Paige Kohler on the women's basketball team. These are my Falcon 4 favorite things about basketball. First off, I love competing. I love being able to win, and I love the winning feeling. Second, I love that it's a team sport. I love being out there with 4 other people on the court. Third, all the traveling that we get to do. I've been to so many new places because of basketball. And lastly, I love making new friends and just playing the sport I love with my best friends.
This is BGSU volleyball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Welcome back to Holloway Gymnasium and Bellin Court here in West Lafayette, Indiana, the home of the Purdue Boilermaker Volleyball Club. Today, Bowling Green and Kansas battling it out to try and get a match win here today. Kansas actually really desperate for one. They need to take a win today, 1-3, but still the number 15 team in the nation. Their losses to Penn State, Wisconsin, and Creighton, all ranked number 12 or above. So understandable they didn't fall out of the top 25 for those losses. Also win in 5 sets over Vanderbilt. Bowling Green with 2 wins, one over Temple, one over St. Mary's, and then a loss to North Dakota State in the North Dakota State Invitational that they played in North Dakota this past week. Quick turnaround for this Bowling Green Falcon team, but it's Kansas that they set their sights on today. We have the starting lineups in here as well. At the libero position, Ryan White, the senior defensive specialist, number 22, playing on the left side. Grace Nelson, the sophomore out of River Forest, Illinois, also playing on the left side, and maybe some back row as well. Selena Laban, the freshman out of Nova Gorica, Slovenia. Looking to the right side, Jovana Zelenovic, the freshman out of Novi Sad, Serbia, again playing that right side today. Reese Patasic, the sophomore out of Prescott, Wisconsin, the middle blocker, playing with Aurora Papas, the freshman out of Požega, Croatia. And the setter today, Kristen Klein, the transfer from Oregon. Their starting setter, 1,139 assists in 2024. The Stanfield, North Carolina native is the starting setter for the Kansas Jayhawks. For your Bowling Green State University Falcons, Sydney Hernandez, the starting libero, the Bloomington, Illinois native. Avery Hobson out of Fishers, Indiana, back in her home state. The transfer from Duquesne, starting outside hitter, along with Edita Wasławczyk out of Katowice, Poland. Amanda Otten, the Falcons setter out of Batavia, Illinois, the junior 6'3" setter, actually one of the bigger players in the Bowling Green roster, still swamped by Jovana Zelenovic, the right side for the Jayhawks. Kendall Williams starting at the middle blocker position today. Not Jessica Andrews, who's going to get some rest, who is back, but probably suffering from a little bit of jet lag. Helen Wilford is going to start as well as the other middle blocker. That combination of Williams and Wilford had a very good game, or a very good match, I should say, against St. Mary's. And then Lauren Hovey, of course, on the right side, as she has been for 4 straight years. Still chasing some records in the ace category, especially. Needs 47 in 2025 to be first in all-time career aces. She's got 4 already this season. So she's on her way to being number 1 all-time. This is all-time, not even in the rally scoring era record, which she already has. That's since 2001. Now is chasing the all-time record. Bowling Green wearing their orange jerseys, black shorts, and miscellaneous array of shoes. Kansas wearing their white jerseys and blue shorts with pretty much all white shoes. The liberos is Ryan White. She is wearing the red jersey with blue shorts. And Sydney Hernandez, the libero for Bowling Green, as they are wearing orange, she is going to be wearing her brown long-sleeve jersey with black shorts and orange shoes. Alex Del Piombo, head coach, is at her first match as head coach of the Bowling Green State University Falcon volleyball team. She just became a mother a couple of weeks back and is already on the road again. Her son Elias is here with her mother Jackie, who's taking care of Elias through this game. Chelsea Carter and the rest of the assistants for Bowling Green did a fantastic job when it came to taking over the team in North Dakota. It was Chelsea Carter, Alexa Wharton, and Lucas Pitlack, all of them going through some struggles in the airport as well. And we'll talk about that at a different time. Otten to Hobson. Hobson is kept in the air, and Otten will have to dump it back over way long at the back line. The first point goes to Kansas. Serves coming from Grace Nelson, sophomore out of River Forest, Illinois, playing the left side. Only 17 kills this season, but 5 aces. In here for the ace roll. She gets her 3rd error of the season, puts it long at a 1-1 tie. Bowling Green sends back Avery Hobson to take the serve. A very good server in her time at Duquesne. With the Dukes, 61 aces, only 60 errors over her seasons there. Klein sets back. Zelenovic, the tall right side, can't get it to land. On to the middle. Wilford tries to dump it in. It falls in, but on her own side. Just couldn't get it over the net enough. Ryan White, the senior. The only junior or senior in the starting lineup for Kansas. This one finds a seam, finds an ace. Ryan White will serve again, her 3rd ace of the season, 7 errors to go along with it. Transfer from Oregon State after the 2023 season. Led Oregon State in digs her final 2 seasons. Vaswavchik goes off the block, and dumping it back over is Liban. Now Hovey, missed set, and she has to poke it into the net. It'll fall on the Falcon side. Another point goes to Kansas. They lead 3-2. Couple of errors there early from the Falcons. Both of them on setting. One of them kind of a miss hit by Wilford. Not the greatest set by Amanda Otten. She sets there from her knees. Wilford goes for the attack and gets it. And to find the seam, Grace Nelson couldn't step enough in the way. Hernandez serve. 4 serving 2. Nelson, Liban, and White in the back row. Liban is targeted. Oh, and it's off the tip. Liban touched it, let it go long, wide of the corner. Referee was right on it. So that's an ace for Hernandez. Serves again, targets Liban again, digs it out. Klein set to the middle, is blocked. Patasek is rejected by Kendall Williams. Tied up 4-4. Kendall Williams, instantly impactful freshman here for Bowling Green, especially with the absence of Jessica Andrews playing for Team Canada. Very good serve by Hernandez, is taped and spun over. Hobson to Otten. Otten from center inside the 3-meter line, poked in by Vaswavchik. It hit the floor, and Eddie will get a kill. The Falcons will get a lead. 5-4 the score. Last time Bowling Green played an opponent of this caliber was number 14 Baylor in 2023. That was a while ago. Zelenovic with a rip off Kendall Williams' block. Grace Thomas kept up by Edita Vaswavchik. Miscommunication. Nobody from the Falcons could knock it back over. Falls inside the 3-meter line. And now is Logan Bell. Play the right side. I'm sorry, to go back to serve. Zelenovic is off. We'll see who's running the right side now for the Jayhawks. That was a good play by Williams, though. They're stuffing out the blocking of this Jayhawks team, which is a focus of the Falcons today. Hovey with a rip, blocked, kept up by Hobson. Diving play by Otten away from the net, but she can't save it. And blocking from Kansas takes a point. Logan Bell goes back to serve. 2 aces, 7 errors this season. On her 10 attacks, she's got 2 kills as well. Freshman out of Beech Grove, Indiana. Otten bump sets. Vaswapchik off the block. Thomas keeps it up. Klein will have to bump set to the left side. Laban with a rip is kept up by Avery Hobson. The strike from Kendall Williams is just wide of that sideline. 7-5, Kansas leads. Logan Bell, it's still her serve. Looking to the bench for her call. Matt Ulmer in his first season as the bench boss of the Jayhawks. Hovey with a rip. Hernandez too far in to get a hand on it. And a great block by Kansas as they reject that ball. Grace Nelson on that left side. Nelson, White, and Bell. The back line for Kansas. Bell serves, tumbles it in. Hernandez with a good play. Williams has to knock it over. Nelson up. Klein to the right wing. The slide over is high by Reese Patasek. And the point goes to Bowling Green. Tried to push it into that blocker of Bowling Green, but just shoved it out the back of the court. Lauren Hovey to serve. First in the rally scoring era for aces in a season with 59. She got it 2 seasons in a row. Otten to Vaswapchik. Can't fall in. White has to dump it over. Eddie to Otten. Otten back to Eddie. Off the block. Bell keeps it up on a nice play, but falls in. Miscommunication from Kansas. Only a 1-point lead now for the Jayhawks. Eight to 7. Vaswapchik, Williams, and Ott in the front row. Hobson, Hernandez, and Hovey the back row for the Falcons. White up. Klein to the left side. Pushes it wide. And is off the Falcon. And out of play. An awkward looking play. Looked initially like it might have gone around the pin. Five aces. See what we have. A stoppage here. Both teams talking something over. Maybe the officials sorting something out. Selena Laban, the freshman out of Nova Gorica, Slovenia. She's got 5 aces and 9 service errors on the season. Against Penn State, her best game of the season, 20 kills on 38 attempts, only 5 errors, almost 400 hitting percentage. 11 digs for a double-double, an ace, 4 assists, and 4 total blocks for the Jayhawk freshman. Otten set to the left side. Vaswapchik's rip won't land. Laban with a back row attack. Hovey up is dumped back over. Williams tries to play it, although Hovey was there, and pokes it away. So 10-7 after that Kansas point. Swanson, Ryan Swanson, the senior pin hitter, was playing the block on that left side. Looked like the ball was going to fall out. Just tipped it back over, and communication by the Falcons. Vaswapchik overpass. Klein up, bumps at White. Swanson with a rip, long of the back line. The Falcons take a point back. Vaswapchik's got the ball serving from the left side of the Falcon court if you're looking from the backcourt. Serves the seam. Laban, Klein, Swanson to put it down, and Hobson keeps it up. Otten to Hobson again, off of White, who keeps it up. Bump set, Bell, back row. Swanson with a rip is behind the 3-meter line, out of play. Found the seam perfectly between Vaswapchik and Avery Hobson. Neither of them could get it. Kansas leads 11-8. Reese Patasek, the sophomore. 7 total blocks against Vanderbilt. 15 kills as well. Her best game of the season out of the 4 matches that Kansas has played. Hovey with a heck of a pound. Puts it right past Logan Bell. Off her shoulder, out of play. Bell Albee in the game now for Bowling Green. For Kendall Williams. Avery Anders into play for Adita Vaswachik. So Bell Albee is going to go back to serve. Avery Anders going to play the back row. Wilford Hobson, Ott in the front. Hovey middle back. Anders right back. And Bell Albee will play left back. Albee tumbles it in. LeBon digs it out. Klein to the left side. Ryan Swanson puts it away. Nice high leap. Nice high arm action. Gets almost over the blockers of Bowling Green. And just finds the seam perfectly. Kristen Klein, the setter, and a redshirt sophomore, transfer from Oregon. Didn't play in 2023. Was the starting setter in 2024. There she gets an ace. Her second ace of the season. 2-2 now, ace to errors, but she had 1,139 assists in 2024. That was 5th in the Big Ten. Also 5th in the Big Ten in assists per set, 10.26. Certainly an impressive number for a redshirt freshman, and gets 2 aces in a row. Anders can't handle it on the back. 2 back-to-back great serves by Kristen Klein. She'll try it again. Hernandez, Anders, and Hobson the back row. Hovey also back there. Serves Hobson. Digs it out, overpass. Ryan Swanson knocks it down. Too many mistakes in a row for Bowling Green, especially on that serve receive. That one not an ace. And Alex Del Piombo will have to call a timeout. 15 for Kansas, 9 for Bowling Green in the first set of the first match here in the Holloway Gymnasium, the home of Purdue Volleyball. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Volleyball on the radio at 88.1 FM and online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Falcons back out onto the floor, not able to get that side out that they're looking for. 15-9, Kansas leads after their 4-0 scoring run. It's coming off of the hand of Kristen Klein, the setter on the back row. 2 aces in a row on Avery Anders' reception errors, and then an overpass by Avery Hobson that Ryan Swanson got the kill for Kansas. Now 15-9, Falcons, who were in the game up until around the 8-7 point. Here's a serve that goes long. They were in it, still not out of it. But you play these Power 4 teams, play these very difficult opponents, and you can't make as many mistakes as you can against an Ohio, against a Toledo, and get away with it. Good serve there from Ott in the drop ball. Ryan Swanson jumps over again, and it puts it perfectly cross court on the line. She gets subbed out immediately for Grace Nelson, but did her job. Swanson with 4 kills on her 6 attempts, only 1 error. And the most effective attacker in the match so far. Anders digs it out. Otten from the 3-meter line to Hobson. Hobson's kept up by Ryan White. There's a dump play from Kansas. Hernandez to Otten. Otten back set. Hovey off the block. White keeps it up, perfectly placed on that right line. Nelson is slowed down by Wilford, but right through her hands. Falls down in the campfire of the Falcons. 17-10. Kansas leads. And another timeout for Bowling Green. We'll stick through this one and talk stats. 5 kills on 7 total attempts, a .571 hitting percentage from Ryan Swanson, who's come into the game as a sub. Played that left side in a very impactful way. You were looking at the game, you were looking at Jovana Zelenovic, the right side, that was going to be the most impactful player. She has yet to even get a kill yet. She's got 2 attempts. None of them have landed. So there it's pretty clear that the Falcons blockers are really looking to her and leaving that left side open. That's pretty much exclusively where Kansas has set so far. 13 of their 18 total sets have gone to Ryan Swanson or Selena Laban. That's 7 of the 8 total kills as well. Grace Nelson with an attack and a kill. So you're talking all 8 kills coming from that left side. Falcons, on the other hand, 2 kills on 6 attempts from Edita Vaswacek. 1 each from Lauren Hovey and Helen Wilford. That's the only 4 Bowling Green had. Led in kills, actually, 4-2 at one point. And then a large run with some aces as well for Kansas has turned this whole game on its end. 17-10 is the Kansas lead. Back out onto the court. Zelenovic, Laban, Klein, number 17, Aurora Pappas, the middle blocker, and Grace Thomas, the sophomore, still serving. 5 aces, only 2 errors in her season so far. No aces, no errors for Thomas. 3 aces, 2 errors for Kansas on the set so far. Otten set to the middle. Wilford keeps it up. The Falcons will have to dump it over. It's Hobson that does it. Klein bump set. Ripped by Grace Nelson, and it's out of play. Bowling Green lets it go. And get that side out, get the ball back. Hobson back to serve from the right side of the Falcon court. Vaswacek checks in again for Avery Anders. Defensive specialist is an interesting point for Bowling Green. Seen Hernandez, obviously the libero for Bowling Green. Here's Zelenovic with an attack. Hobson off the back row. Otten across. Vaswacek blocked. Falcons try to keep it up, but it falls in. Kansas turns it back over quickly. 18-11. But that defensive specialist group for the Falcons is so interesting, considering Hernandez is your libero. Belle Lalby, a serve specialist a lot of the time, but plays on the back row some. Anders didn't even see a match until St. Mary's, which she came in and played pretty decently. We also got Olivia Brown, who's been an impactful freshman. Here's Nelson with the up. Klein with the set. Ptasic couldn't get it to fall. Now Klein will set. Left across into the net, and it falls down on the Kansas side. They turn it back over to Bowling Green now. There's an attack error. Only the 5th of the game for Kansas. 5 for Bowling Green as well, but when you only have 4 kills, that 5 looks a lot worse. Zelenovic with the rip. Puts it perfectly in the corner. That's why you got to get blockers over there to Jovana Zelenovic. She gets 1 kill, has to sub off. Her serve opportunity is going to go to Logan Bell. Novi Sad, Serbia. The Zelenovic is a native. Competed in the 2024 Serbian National Championship. Also a 2025 Volleyball Nations League competitor. Vaswacek off the block. Bell keeps it up. Now White set across. Nelson can't get it to land. Back across to Nelson. She'll get a rip off of Lauren Hovey's outer hand and out of play. 20-12. Kansas has the lead. Bell serves again. 2024 Indiana Gatorade Player of the Year. Max Preps National finalist. There it goes off the Grace Nelson block and out of play. Lauren Hovey doing Lauren Hovey things. She gets to serve now, right side of the court. Hernandez, Vaswacek, Kendall Williams, Amanda Otten, and Avery Hobson in the game. Bell digs it out. Back set on the slide. Hovey can't dig it out. Reese Ptasic couple of times she's tried that slide today. On the scouting report for Bowling Green, uses that slide mostly. Runs some tights, some from about the 3-meter line. Laban serves long. It's her second service error of the game. 21-14, the Falcons need some in a row. Avery Anders in to serve. Not Belle Laube, we saw come in to serve earlier in the match. Anders from the left side of the court. Bell digs it out easily. Swanson tries to tip it in, and Hovey saves it, but back over the court on a free play. On the slide, Patasik kept up by Hovey again, an overpass. Now White to Ryan Swanson. Off the block, high in the air. Hobson dives in to keep it alive. 3 dump plays in a row for the Falcons. Klein sets. Swanson again, and it's on the floor. 22-14. Swanson nails it down. It's going to be a timeout now for Bowling Green. 22-14. Kansas leads here in the first set in the Holloway Gymnasium. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Wake up and get going with the music you know and love on Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Early Bird Oldies broadcasts weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. and plays all the tunes you remember. Find WBGU on the bottom of the dial on 88.1 FM or streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com. Early Bird Oldies will put a smile on your face and make you tap your feet. And it's only on WBGU Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Mentioned a couple of times the main focuses of Bowling Green volleyball that as fans we always look for when they succeed is hitting percentage and blocking. Falcons do have 1 total block, a blocking assist by Kendall Williams, a blocking assist by Lauren Hovey. Then you look to the hitting percentage and it's 5 kills and 5 errors. The blocking for Kansas has been pretty strong, but not a lot of good first passes, and it's really tough to get good swings when your first passes aren't as good as you want. Now Hobson with a strong rip there, won't land. Swanson goes high and long. Looks to go high off the hands of the blockers of Bowling Green, but just ends up shooting it long in the court. Some new faces just in. Molly McCarthy, defensive specialist, but now back off. Patasik also off. Laban, White, and Bell, the back row. Belle Laube serves for the Falcons. Serves Logan Bell, and that's an ace for Belle Laube. Just missed received on that left side of the court, and it fell inside the 3-meter line toward the net. So a bad bump. Laube will try it again. Bell's got 3 aces coming into this week. Now that's her 4th. Very efficient as well. Only 2 errors to go along with her 4 aces. Dug out by Laban, very high. Klein sets with quick tempo to Swanson. They just cannot find an answer for Ryan Swanson on the left side. 7 kills on 12 attempts. Almost a .400 hitting percentage now from the senior left side hitter. Kansas native as well. McPherson, Kansas, attended McPherson High School. One of the more successful players on the team. A very young team, however. Hobson goes off the block. Klein sets to the middle. Laban tries to poke it in. Otten keeps it up. Bump set Hernandez. Hobson again. A try from the left side, and she's blocked. Zelenovic and Aurora Pappas. Croatia and Serbia teaming up to get that block. Turn the ball back over, and it's set point for Kansas. 24-16. Hobson out. Otten goes for the setter dump. Now Wilford pounds it down. Still a long way to go. 7 points for Bowling Green in a row. Let's try and hold on to the set. Otten serves from the left side. Targets Ryan Swanson. Klein set over the middle. Laban kept up by Hernandez nicely. Otten to Hobson. Double touched Zelenovic to Swanson to knock it over. Hernandez bump set. Hovey right side. Can't get it to land. White bump set to Swanson again. It's high and long. Bowling Green takes 2 points in a row. Deficit is only 6 now. Otten from the right side. Ball in her hand, a consistent server. Laban digs it out. Klein sets. Swanson, diving play, Otten, but it falls down. The set is won by Kansas 25-18, and they have a 1-set lead over Bowling Green in this match. Kansas looking for their first non-5 setter of the season. Bowling Green looking to go as deep as they can against the number 15 team in the nation. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
If you're already awake between 4 and 6 a.m., you may as well have a good time. Check out Early Bird Oldies, playing all the hit music of a different generation on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU. Don't forget to listen to the morning show immediately following Early Bird Oldies every weekday right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
WBGU 88.1 FM, the home of live Falcon volleyball coverage.
Welcome back to Halloway Gymnasium, West Lafayette, Indiana. The Falcons dropped their first set to Kansas in their match against Kansas, the first of their 3 matches this week. Kansas today, Purdue tomorrow at 7, and then Georgia Tech on Friday. Ben Korak here from the Falcon Media Sports Network. A couple of problems with that first set for Bowling Green. A lot of them certainly solvable, and a lot of them controlled by the Falcons. The first one is errors. They did have 6 attack errors to 6 kills. Their swings were not as consistent as you like, and that started with the back row. The back row didn't have any reception errors to speak of, but they did not make that first touch good enough for Amanda Otten to get off quality sets, and then not good enough to get off quality swings for the outsides as well. Not distributing the floor as well as you would like, or as well as we've seen for Bowling Green, especially establishing those middle blockers, including Jessica Andrews has not yet come in the game for the Falcons. Probably nursing her as much as they can, considering she just got off a jet either today or yesterday, I forget. Just arrived to the hotel separate from the team today. Grace Thomas with an immediate block by Lauren Hovey. That's a way to start the set right there, a 1-0 lead. Grace Nelson. Pretty large swing and a solo block for Hovey. Second block of the game for the Falcons. We have a there you go. They're challenging something. Didn't quite recall what the challenge was. 2 kills apiece for 3 Falcons now after that play. 2 for Hovey, 2 for Wilford, 2 for Vaswachik on 32 total swings. Not a horrible ratio, but you got 6 errors that wipe out those 6 kills. And you're breaking even on your swings. 13 digs for Bowling Green, 16 for Kansas, beating you in that department. Kansas does have 3 aces to 3 errors. BG's been pretty good with their services, hitting the seams, hitting the back line. 2 aces to no errors for the Falcons. That side out percentage at 48%, pretty far below what you'd like to see, but again, you're at the number 15 team in the nation. You take it with a grain of salt. Best player in the match so far is Ryan Swanson. 8 kills, 15 total attempts, 3 errors, for 333 hitting percentage. 1 dig as well for Ryan Swanson, who's been unstoppable for the Falcons. The points are reversed around to Kansas. Didn't hear what the call was exactly. It's just going to be a kill by Selena Laban. An assist from Kristen Klein. Wish I would have been able to hear what that call was. It looked like a clean block from Hovey. Ryan White serves. Otten to the middle. Wilford falls in. There's the first point of the set for Bowling Green. Ties 1-1. Establishing those middles is such a big theme for Bowling Green. Was last year. And it's pretty easy when you have the best middle blocker combination in the MAC in 2024, Alexis Mattil and Jessica Andrews. Neither one of them have started a game yet. Zelenovic goes off the pin. There's a point to Bowling Green. Alexis Mattil graduated last season, using her 5th year in 2024. Jessica Andrews has been competing with Team Canada in the 2025 World Championships. Has not been here to start a match for Bowling Green and hasn't played yet in this one. Now here's another misreception on the back row by Kansas, making a couple of errors early, giving Bowling Green a 3-1 lead. Hobson with the serve from the right side of the court. Serves down the line. Laban digs it out. Klein to Zelenovic. Has to poke it away. Otten set from the 3-meter line. Vaswachik off the block. White keeps it up casually. Now back to Zelenovic as she has to take a step in. Free play to Kansas off the block. Pokes it over. Hernandez crashes in. Overpass. Otten up. Hobson back row attack. Now Ryan White keeps it up. Long rally for Kansas and Bowling Green. Goes off the block and out of play. Wilford was alone in the middle. And Kansas took advantage. Took a point back. 3-2 Bowling Green. Zelenovic, we saw take a swing there. 2 swings there, actually, has been relatively absent from this game for how much she's impacted the rest of the matches this season. 1 kill, 1 error on 8 attempts. Hernandez to Otten. She'll have to set from behind the 10-foot line. Hobson, tough swing off the block. That's what they like to see in this game. Hernandez steps in. Otten back to the right side. Hovey, bad set. Couldn't get a good swing off. Otten placed it a little bit too close to the net and too far outside the pin. That was the Falcons' point to lose, though. They looked very confident, very clean. Early goings of the second set. Drop in serve. Wilford. No blockers there. She just sends it long. A good strike. Oh, it did go off the block. No argument coming from Omer in the Kansas bench. Hernandez the serve from the left side for serving 3 for Bowling Green. Swings it down the line. Bell digs it out. Kristen Klein from the middle. Blocked by Hovey and Williams. Good stuff there by Hovey and Williams. When the blocking's clicking, the Falcons are clicking. A couple of good blocking attempts we've seen so far. Klein sets it up, middle. Nelson right into the middle of the net. 6-3, Bowling Green. Hernandez keeping the pace up. We got the serve again. Chelsea Carter steps out, coaching up Avery Hobson. Del Piombo doing the same in her first match, head coaching the Falcons officially. Otten sets after the dump play by Kansas. Right side swing. Hovey off the block, out of play. Kansas doesn't like it. At least the players don't. That's a 4-0 run for Bowling Green, responding to Kansas's long stretches, long streaks of points with some of their own. Tapes it, falls down. Ace Sydney Hernandez. Perfect strike by the sophomore libero. Now you're looking to the bench of Kansas. Omer watching his girls just play this out. Another ace, Sydney Hernandez. 9-3 quite quickly. Now you're playing the timeout game with Matt Omer and the Jayhawks. No subs, no changes, formation the same. Serves Logan Bell. Klein sets it back, and a quick kill there for Kansas. Puts it back to back throw of the Falcons. It was Reese Potasic on the slide to the right wing. Productive run, though, for Bowling Green. 6-0. Gives them a 9-4 lead over the Jayhawks. Selena Laban, the freshman out of Slovenia, serves from the left side of the court. Hobson, not the greatest bump. Edita Vaswavchik with a good set. Hovey just has to poke it in, but it won't fall. Now here's a go off the block. Vaswavchik again from the left side, and it's dug out. Now right side swing from Swanson, won't fall in. Play back to Kansas. Swanson will try it again. Hovey in their face. It's off of Swanson, off the pin. Looked like it could have been off of Hovey. We're going to get a challenge here. I think the last touch was Hovey and then went off the pin, so point could flip. Right now, 10-4 Bowling Green. I think it's going to be a quick challenge, so we'll stick our way through. Falcons on that streak that they had just there. Sprint off of some good serving by Sydney Hernandez. 2 aces on that streak that they had there. The 6-0 run on a 6-1, or a 7-1, I should say, right now, if the point stands. An impressive run at that for Bowling Green. They knew coming into today that Kansas was a very streaky team. They were going to be able to put together some long streaks. They were going to have to combat that. Now you'd rather them combat it with some defense and stopping those streaks in the bud, or you can come back with your own streaks. And that's what Bowling Green's done to give them a 10-4 6-point lead here in the second set. First set won by Kansas 25-18. Falcons have this match today, Purdue tomorrow, and Georgia Tech on Friday. I have the best view of Georgia Tech, probably the best chance at a win against Georgia Tech, who's the number 23 team in the nation. All 3 teams they play ranked. The point does go to Kansas, 9-5. Yeah, it did go. Ryan Swanson made a good hit. Went off the side of Lauren Hovey's hand and then into the pin. So Kansas' serve. Now Hobson, Otten, high serve, Hovey off the block, up by Otten, I should say. Vaswavchik with the tumble in. Klein, her attack, Swanson again. Man, they just cannot stop Ryan Swanson. 10 kills, not even halfway through the second set. That's Hovey in the middle blockers that have a responsibility to that left side of the court. Otten back set. Hovey blocked by Ryan Swanson. What a good solo there by the senior from Kansas. Hovey with a powerful swing as well. 9-7. BG's lead is 2. Hernandez overpass. Kendall Williams keeps it up. Hobson diving into her own bench, but too much to ask to get it back over the net. She had the third touch. 9-8 now. Bowling Green's 6-point lead dwindled down to just 1. And again, the most impressive part is no timeout burned by Kansas's Matt Ulmer, the head coach. His ladies got back into the game all on their own merit. Didn't need the stoppage of play. Hobson to the middle. Otten to the left side. Vaswacek off the block, and a good dig by Laban in the back row. There on the slide, Patasek blocked by Williams and Vaswacek. 10-8. Hovey serving from the right side. Hobson, Hernandez, Vaswacek, Otten, and Williams on the floor. Puts it on the back line, perfect. Hovey's 5th ace of the season. Still chasing that all-time program record for career aces. Number 14, left hand. Nice solid strike, but it goes long. So an ace and an air. Still a 2-point game, 11-9. Molly McCarthy, the redshirt junior, going in to serve. Rancho Mirage, California. Bowling Green 11, Kansas 9, timeout called. We'll take it with them. 11-9, Bowling Green leads number 15, Kansas in the second set, trails 1-0 to the Jayhawks. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball, WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
This is BGSU volleyball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Bowling Green leading Kansas 11-9 here in the second set. First set won by the Jayhawks 25-18, and now Bowling Green looking to respond with a set win of their own. It's Molly McCarthy who serves to Hobson. Hobson out, Otten from the middle. Kendall Williams goes off the block and out of play. No player so far this season has impressed me as much as Kendall Williams, the freshman out of Grand Blanc, Michigan. First team all-league in 2024 and 2023, three-time all-region 2024 team captain in Grand Blanc High School. Such an impressive player. Hernandez's serve off the side of her hand and wide right of the court. Jovana Zelenovic back in the game. The tall right side, 6'7", out of Novi Sad, Serbia. 52 kills coming into today's game. Has only one. That falls in. A good attack by Amanda Otten. Laube in for Williams. Wilford's going to come in for Hernandez. Bell Laube's going to go back to serve. Otten hasn't been utilized too much on the offensive end this season. Had an early error, one of the opening points of the game. Since has got a kill on her 2 attacks. Last season, one of the best attacking setters in the MAC, if not the best attacking setter in the MAC. Klein sets up Swanson. Anders dodged to dig it out, but Swanson continues to be hot. 11 in 19 attempts for Ryan Swanson. Anders, Hernandez, Hobson, and Hovey all standing in the back row. Otten and Wilford on the net for the Falcons. They serve Anders, digs it out perfectly to Otten. Standing with her feet splitting the line, Hobson looks to go off the block, but misses, and the point goes to Kansas. 1 point lead for the Falcons, 13-12. Here in the second set, Grace Nelson to serve, the sophomore. 5 aces, 2 errors this season, no aces so far, coming in essentially 2 serve. Hobson with a strong rip off the block. Anders and another Falcon both hit it at the same time. This guy's way into the air and over into the Bowling Green bench. Just miscommunication on that keep up. Not the cleanest play for Bowling Green today. It's tied 13-all after a 6-point lead, 9-3 that the Falcons had, and a 6-1 run as well. Klein, more set. Otten with a strike, but the play was whistled off before that. Falcons take a point off of a ball handling error by Kansas. Otten goes back to serve. Number 11, the junior setter from the right side of the court. 38 aces in 2024. Diving play and an ace for Amanda Otten. Put that on the left sideline if you're looking at it from her point of view. Just tumbled away from what looked like Logan Bell on that back row. Nice and calm, Bowling Green with a 15-13 lead. Little things were a big stressing point for this coaching staff over the Falcons today. Otten serves, Nelson out, overpass, Wilford attacks, puts it down, 16-13, the Falcon lead. This is what you have to do against teams that are in such a large disparity, as you have to take advantage of every mistake they make. There's a nice block there from Hobson. White to Zelenic, wide right of the line to be. Zelenovic still struggles. 1 kill, 2 errors on 10 attempts, and a negative hitting percentage for the best attacker from Kansas. Otten tapes her serve and it falls down. So still a 3-point lead for the Falcons, nearing the 20-point mark here in the second set. Ryan White, the senior libero, wearing red today for Kansas. Anders, Otten reverses field. Hovey tries to nail it down, but Nelson digs it out. Now here's a nice block, and it is put past all of the Falcon defenders right up the seam, about 3/4 back of the court. And a very, very strong attack there from Selena Laban. The liberos serve again. White serves Hobson, digs it out. Otten has to take a couple steps to make that. Hobson with a heck of a rip, banging that ball. Wilford with another one, blocked by Laban, but falls on the side of Kansas. Point for Bowling Green, 18-15. Looking to take a set. Kansas has not played any matches this season in which they played less than 5 sets. 5-set win over Vanderbilt, 5-set losses to Penn State, Wisconsin, and Creighton, all top 12 ranked. Zelenovic can't get it to land. Hernandez keeps it up. Now Hobson is blocked. Every Falcon crashed inside the 3-meter line, so nobody back there to pick up the block. There's Hernandez being told that she's got to stay back. That's a problem you saw from the Falcons last season. They all got kind of sucked into that space between the 3-meter line and the net line. Otten back, Hovey is blocked. Kansas needs 3 to get it over. Hernandez, Otten, quick over the middle to Wilford. Wilford up. Vaswavchik can't get it over. Point goes to Kansas, 18-17. That would have been a good try for Bowling Green. Took a good swing, got the ball back. Couldn't get clean hands on it. And we might be getting a challenge here. Looks like we are getting a challenge here. Bowling Green. So they're challenging the previous, not the previous play, but the ball when it was in the Kansas side of the court. Possibly for double contact and 4 touches to get it over the net from the Jayhawks. Trying to scrape that point away. Big point. And a point swing either way, that would make it 19-16 instead of 18-17. That's a big difference. Especially with the way Bowling Green's played. They've had to scrape and claw to get to this point. You don't want to give it away. 6 kills now for Helen Wilford, the number 1 attacker for Bowling Green. 6 for 9, 1 error. Hasn't got a block yet, but Kendall Williams has got all the blocks for Bowling Green. 3 of their total blocks. Blocking assists, 2 for Lauren Hovey, 1 for Eddie Vaswavchik. Selena Laban and Reese Patasek have been the blocking duo for Kansas. They've got 3 and 4, respectively. Zelenovich and Pappas as well. Bowling Green loses their challenge. The call was confirmed, so 18-17, the score stands. Hernandez, Vaswavchik, and Hobson, the back row, 2 outsides, and the libero Hernandez. Front row, Otten on the left, Hovey in the middle, and Wilford on the right. Pretty straight up rotation for Bowling Green. Otten set quick the middle. Wilford didn't get in the air enough. And here's a stuff block. Helen Wilford. Solo in the middle. 19-17. He checks off for Kendall Williams. 19-17, Bowling Green leads. Hernandez serves from the left side. Chelsea Carter gives her assignment and puts it long anyway. So the point goes back to Kansas, still a 1-point game. This will be the test of mettle for Bowling Green and how they're going to compete all season. Late in this match, are they going to allow Kansas to come back from a 6-point deficit early and win? Hobson misreceives, and it's over the press bench, out of play. 19 all. Essentially first to 6 from here on out. Win by 2 still. Tasek, Klein, and Swanson, the front row. White and Bell, liberos on the back row, and Laban also on the back row, but a good defensive player. Vaswavchik sets middle. Hovey steps in, puts a kill down, nail it to the floor, Lauren Hovey. 20-19, Bowling Green leads. Ten bounces for Hovey. Toss up, left hand over, knuckles in. Now a swing from the left wing. Won't land. Swanson, rare time she couldn't get it to land. Hovey will have to strike from deep. By rights, probably just should have dumped it over. Went for an attack and just gave Kansas the point. So 20 all. First to 5 now. Pappas in the middle. Swanson still on the left side. Klein in the front row as well. Serving is McCarthy. Hobson digs it out. Otten. And miscommunication there with Kendall Williams. Sets it right over the jumping Williams. Here from the middle, Molly McCarthy. Here's from the middle court, Vaswavchik. Otten to Williams. Williams is kept up. Klein reverses field, left side of the court. Swanson, and it falls down on the Bowling Green side. 22-20. We'll take a quick break for station identification and a timeout. Bowling Green trailing by 2 late in the second set. You listen to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
You are listening to Falcon Media Sports Network coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Falcon Volleyball on the radio at 88.1 FM and online at bgfalconmedia.com.
22 serving 20. Kansas leads the Falcons late in the second set. The Jayhawks also lead 1-0 over Bowling Green, and there directly is nailed down. Selena Laban from the back row puts it past every Falcon. 23-20. Kansas chasing their second set win. McCarthy, Vaswavchik mishandles, and McCarthy gets an ace. That's her first of the season and her first match in sets played. It's only her second sets played this season. Redshirt junior. Didn't play in 2023. Otten set to the left side. Vaswavchik off the block, but kept up on the back row. Now Swanson goes off the block and out of play. 25-20 is the final of the second set, and Bowling Green trails 2-0 to the Kansas Jayhawks, the number 15 team in the nation. Stats after that second set: Ryan Swanson, 13 kills on 22 attempts, only 3 errors, and about a .430 hitting percentage, 2 digs and a block as well. Selena Laban with 6 kills on 17 attempts. Reese Patasik, 3 kills, 3 errors. Grace Nelson, 2 kills, 2 errors. And Jovana Zelenovic, 1 kill and 2 errors. So actually Bowling Green's done a pretty good job limiting everybody on the floor offensively, aside from Ryan Swanson, who has really spelled disaster for Bowling Green. A .455 hitting percentage actually after that kill was registered. 8 blocks as well for Kansas, who has just really snuffed out Bowling Green on the blocking side of the court. The Falcons have not been able to get too much offense going. 6 kills on 10 attempts for Helen Wilford, who's been the number 1 attacker for Bowling Green in this match. Lauren Hovey, 4 kills, 4 errors, and 14 total attempts. She's had a rough day against some very tough competition and tough blocking as well. 6 digs and 2 blocks for Lauren Hovey, still contributing to every aspect of the game with her ace as well. Vaswavchik, 2 kills and 2 errors on 16 attempts. Amanda Otten and Kendall Williams each have a kill on less than 5 attempts. Otten's only got 8 assists through 2 full sets of play and 4 digs. So this is going to be a rough game for Bowling Green to look back on. Avery Hobson as well still has not found a kill. She's got 15 swings, 4 errors, and 7 digs. So she's contributed very well defensively, just hasn't been able to get that offense going as seen through those 15 total attempts and no kills. Take a quick second as the ladies talk over what they want to do for the third set. Hopefully Bowling Green can get a set win before the match against Kansas is over. Again, Purdue and Georgia Tech to come in the next 2 days. You're listening to the BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
This is Phil Beskid, BGSU Radio Faculty Advisor. You can catch all the Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts on our 2 stations, WBGU 88.1 FM and Falcon Radio, which can both be found on bgfalconmedia.com. I Ziggy.
Looking for favorite BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
A few minutes ago, Bowling Green with a 9-3 lead after some pretty strong serving from Sydney Hernandez. That was the lead that they had in the second set. Kansas battles all the way back without a timeout used by Matt Ulmer, the first season head coach of Kansas volleyball, and end up winning 25-20. But Bowling Green played very tight with the Kansas Jayhawks through that second set. They're looking to do the same in this third to try and come away with at least a set win today against the number 15 team in the nation. Ben Korek here from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Special thank you to all of the people back in the board operator room in the WBGU booth back in the Cooling Center in Bowling Green, Ohio, taking some time out of their Wednesday to make this broadcast happen. So special thank you to you. Special thank you to Lucas Kleinmeyer, Tyler Kavlitz, our directors of the Falcon Media Sports Network, for allowing me to be here with Bowling Green Volleyball and the Bowling Green Volleyball. So also allowing me to travel with them, and for somebody from the Falcon Media Sports Network to be representing us at away arenas all throughout this 2025 season. We're happy to do it with the Falcon volleyball team. Falcons back out on the court. Wilford, Hovey, Hobson, Otten, Hernandez, and Ava Buttlemeyer, who is playing her first set here as a Falcon against very tough competition, kind of thrown into the deep end there. Wilford with a tall block there, an overpass. Now Kansas will try it again. Klein back to Zelenovic. Off of Ava Buttemeyer's block and out of play. Buttemeyer read it right. She got her hands on the ball, but wasn't able to block it in play. Buttemeyer wearing number 4, 5'11" freshman out of Findlay, Ohio. Very close to Bowling Green. Very strong player in high school and a very top recruit for Bowling Green. Overpass and a reject by Aurora Pappas, the freshman on the other side of the net from Buttemeyer. Over 1,100 kills, over 850 digs, 330 kills, and 240 digs just in 2024 alone for Buttemeyer. She gets a swing here, puts it down the line. Oh, just wide, looking for that first kill, but a heck of a swing by the freshman. Her and Anastasia Bozic, the two big incoming freshman outside hitters. But a couple of incomers for the Falcons as well, especially swinging side. Hovey with a rip here, off the block, out of play. 3 for Kansas, 1 for Bowling Green. They get their first point. Wilford off, Williams on. So Buttemeyer and Kendall Williams, 2 freshmen, both on the floor right now. Is what you like to see out of Bowling Green as well. Tall order to come back and win this match, so you might as well get some work in with freshmen to just see how they play. There's a point. Zelenovic doesn't get a good bump on a bad first touch, and Kansas can't get it back over the net. Grace Nelson, Ivana Zelenovic in that front row. Poked it back over. Free play for Bowling Green. Otten to the middle. Williams goes off the block, falls down on a net violation. Point's going to go to Bowling Green anyway, tied 3-3. An advantage here is also that the scouting report on Buttemeyer is limited to 0. So not too much to worry about necessarily. However, you don't know the swings or the looks that you're going to get. Ryan White goes back, libero for Kansas. Buttemeyer playing on the back row with Hobson and Hernandez. White serves long. Hobson goes for the set stance and then pulls down at the last second, lets it go long. Surprised they didn't target Buttemeyer there. Possibly just a missed serve. Buttemeyer still in the game, has played all 8 points of this set. Focusing on her a lot, adding freshmen into deep waters, as you find here against Kansas. Zelenovic is slowed down by Williams on a good block. Buttemeyer with a swing, off the block. Hobson keeps it up. Otten will go for an attack. Nelson up for Kansas. Patasic with the strike, puts it past Hernandez. Kind of a wild swipe at that ball. Logan Bell will go back for Kansas. Her serve coming from the right side. Hernandez left all alone on an island there on a very strong swing. Hobson digs out. Otten dumps in. Oh, what a play by Amanda Otten. I know my Falcon Media Sports Network Kobe, Andrew Smith, loves that. He loves that setter dump. Such an effective play for Otten when she's really clicking and using it well. 2 kills for Amanda Otten. That places her amazingly third on Bowling Green. Total offense has been a struggle for them. Hernandez lets it go wide, but it hits the line. Bad decision there by the sophomore libero. First time there's been a non-senior libero for Bowling Green since 2020. It was Julia Walls in her junior year. LeBon's got an ace today. Gets an error as well. She puts this wide. Ties it up at 6. Swanson playing the left side, outside hitter. Patasic in the middle. LeBon playing the right side. Bell and White playing on the back row, though Logan Bell also listed on the roster as a pin hitter. So we'll probably take some swings as well if the opportunity is there. Swanson kept up by Avery Anders on the back row. Otten to Hobson as she dumps it over. Bell digs it out. Patasic on the slide. Anders has to cover the seam, but can't get a clean arm on it. Williams will check back in for Belle Lauby, who is serving. And Hernandez will go in for Williams. So essentially Hernandez for Lauby. You got to take the run around to do so. McCarthy serves, dug out. Otten across to Hobson, who smacks it off the block, off the pin. Actually off the pin, then off the block. And out of play. 8-6, Kansas leads. McCarthy serves again. The Rancho Mirage, California native, standing at 5'11". First sets played in the season were in this match. Hobson goes off the block, and it falls down. That's her first kill of the game on her 17 total attempts and her 5 errors. She finally gets her first clean block. Is approaching double-digit digs. She got the most out of, so well, tied for the most in the match, most out of any Falcon. Otten serves LeBon. Across to Swanson. Swanson with an attack off of Anders in the back row, and it falls away. Kirsten Klein back to serve. Transfer from Oregon this season. Instant impact and a starter for Kansas. 5th in the Big Ten last season and aces per set with just over 10. Otten has to dump it over. Klein, back set. Zelenovic off the block, out of play, and a good strike by Jovana Zelenovic. The freshman, a major piece of this Kansas team, only with her 3rd kill on 14 total swings. 3 blocks, though, still finding a way to contribute. But quieted down a little bit. Bowling Green's been snuffing her out a decent amount. Ryan Swanson's been the story of the game for Kansas. Anders diving play to keep it up. Only Anders and Hernandez touched that ball. 3 touches for Bowling Green, none of them landing. And a timeout will be called by the new mother, Alex Del Piombo. 11-7, Kansas leads Bowling Green in the 3rd set. Also leading 2-0 in total sets are the Jayhawks. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
You could listen to WBGU 88.1 FM, or you could be part of the action. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and more. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM, the return to radio freedom.
You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM.
Told the team they need to be more careful about our heart health because this is a cardiac team.
Your home for BGSU volleyball.
Welcome back to the Holloway Gymnasium in West Lafayette, Indiana. The first of 3 matches in the next 3 days for Bowling Green volleyball. The toughest of the season and the toughest for any MAC volleyball team this season. They've got Kansas today, in whom they're losing in the 3rd set and also losing 2-0 in this match. They've got Purdue tomorrow, who's the number 17 team in the nation, and they've got number 23 Georgia Tech on Friday. An insanely difficult stretch for the Falcons to be able to navigate. Hobson with a swing is overblocked by Zelenovic. She steps into the net. Point goes to the Falcons, who only trail by 3. I think Bowling Green schedule is tough. You look at the first 4 matches for Kansas. A 5-set win over Vanderbilt, who's unranked. But then number 2 Penn State, number 8 Wisconsin, and number 12 Creighton. Now granted, number 2, number 8, number 12, but I think for a mid-major team like the MAC, having number 15, 17, and 23 is an unbelievable task to take wins against. Kansas did lose all 3 of those difficult games in 5 sets. Buttlemeyer, a nice strike. And it's off the block and out of play. First kill of her career in orange and brown for Ava Buttlemeyer. 1 kill, 1 error, 4 total attempts. The 7th Falcon to score a kill on the game. Sets middle, Patasic gets blocked by Kendall Williams. What's there not to like about this freshman? Blocking offense. Doing it all in her freshman campaign. Hernandez serving from the left side, trailing 2. Good serve there. Zelenovic keeps it up. Dump play for Kansas. Hobson to the middle. Otten sets into the middle. Kendall Williams, another dump play from Kansas. Good strike for Bowling Green. Now Otten, back set. Hovey, right hand off the block for the left-handed right side hitter. Hobson now to Otten. Otten to the left side. Buttlemeyer goes for another attack. Whistle, and it looks like something fell off one of the Falcons. So we might be replaying the point. Couldn't tell what it was. Looked like some article of clothing, piece of tape, something. It's into the Falcon bench now. And Hernandez will serve again. A long rally that will not end in the point. We'll just replay the rally, but a good one for Bowling Green. Got 2 dump plays in a row for Kansas. Not able to convert it, although after the whistle blew, Buttlemeyer's strike did hit the back line. Probably would have been a good point. Tipping it over. Otten gets down to 1 knee to bump it out. Bump set from Hernandez. Now Hovey goes high, but misses the block. It's just long out of play. 5 kills, 5 errors for Lauren Hovey today. She struggled a little bit offensively. Maybe the Falcons trying to do a little bit too much offensively. Just not ripping. Buttlemeyer with the dig out. And a dump play over for Bowling Green. Klein will get the set. Laban will get the attack, and it'll fall outside of the pin and wide. Another Kansas point, 14-10. Grace Nelson, Kristen Klein, and Ryan White. White the libero and serving. Klein and Nelson on the back row. Laban on the left side. Tasic in the middle. Oh, what a strike by Lauren Hovey. Right past the blockers, right up the seam. Down and out of play. What a job by the Falcon senior. Hovey serves now, right side, or 10 bounces. Left hands it over. Oh, just long, and a good lead by Ryan White. A senior, a very smart player, 409 sets played in her career. That includes 3 years at Oregon State. Now her first season at Kansas, and she's the libero in that opening role. Buttlemeyer with a rip, and a strong one off the block. Kept up, Klein, Patasic can't get it to fall in. Somebody touched the net, and it's Kansas's point. Let's see who it is. Maybe Williams or Otten, they were both on that net side. 16-11, Kansas chasing their first 3-set sweep of the season. Bell searching, has got Hobson. Buttlemeyer's blocked. Hernandez digs it, but over the net. Now a dump play. Williams with a good job to keep it alive. Buttlemeyer's going to get a swing. No, an overpass. Kristen Klein gets the attack, gets the kill on the overpass, slam down with 2 hands. Timeout, Bowling Green. Del Piombo wants to talk things over. 6-point lead for Kansas here in the third set, leading 2-0 over Bowling Green. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
WBGU-FM is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Tune in daily for local programming that includes The Morning Show, oldies, indie rock, children's music, folk, jazz, world music, and so much more. WBGU is the return to radio freedom. Give us a listen on 88.1 FM or online at bgfalconmedia.com. 88.1 FM WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconmedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
WBGU 88.1 FM, the home of live Falcon volleyball coverage.
Hogan Bell serves. Buttlemeyer digs it out. Otten back to Buttlemeyer. Free swing off the block and down. Eva Buttlemeyer with some very impressive swings coming off the bench. The freshman from Findlay. Now being subbed out for Olivia Brown, who will go back to serve. I've been impressed with these freshmen so far this season. Olivia Brown's been solid. Kendall Williams has been very athletic and a very good middle blocker, making the middle blocker decision tough now with Jessica Andrews back. Otten with the rejection. 2 points in a row for Bowling Green. Amanda Otten, the setter, sliding over to that right side to make that solo block. White to Klein. Klein sets back. Patasic on the slide. Hernandez lets it go. Still on that line. Scouting report says a lot of cross-court attacks from this Kansas team, but they have gone line very effectively today. Right there, putting it right past Hernandez, making her think. LeBon on the right side of the court. The freshman to serve, goes long. 18-14, BG trails 4, looking to take a set. Just a set in this game would be a win for Bowling Green. Played pretty tight in the second set. Had a 9-3 lead early on and surrendered it and played within a point up until around the 20 mark. And then 25-20 was how it ended. Dugout, here's Otten. Hovey tumbles it in. Bell digs it out. Klein, back set. Ptacek on the slide. Trying that a lot, but it hasn't landed too consistently. Hobson with a shoddy little poke, but it won't fall in. Swanson with one of her own. Hovey digs it out. Bell digs this one. Klein to the left side. Swanson. Swanson to the middle of the court, and Olivia Brown's there. Hobson with her own rip. Logan Bell digs it out. Up high in the air, Swanson digs it over. Here's Otten. Set middle. Middle dump for Amanda Otten. That's a way to end the rally right there. 18-15. You had Helen Wilford selling that play as well, going for that attack right through the middle. But instead of going high for the set, Otten just dumps it right over the tape. Klein sets back on the slide. Ptacek block. Avery Hobson. BG within 2. Belle Laube from the left side of the court serving for Bowling Green now. A little bit more consistent and strong attacking. 9 kills on 22 attempts, 4 errors, a .227 hitting percentage for Bowling Green in this set. This dump in, Hovey reads it well and dives in to make the play. Hobson with a swing off of Ptacek. Kept up by Kansas. Swanson with the swing. Goodness me, they cannot stop Ryan Swanson. 15 kills, only 3 errors on 28 total attempts. McCarthy, Molly McCarthy sends her service long. Defensive specialist just coming in to do services today. Back off the bench comes Reese Ptacek. A lot of height, especially in the starting lineup for Kansas. Definitely Jovana Zelenovic, who has not played well today. She's been a big one at 6'7". Oh my gosh. Ryan Swanson again, just beautiful off the block, out of play on her attack. You can just do a full huddle video of all Ryan Swanson's attacks today. Almost all of them landing cleanly. Fine serves over. Otten sets back to Hovey. Through the block of Ryan Swanson and down. Lauren Hovey brings the Falcons within 2 once again. Speaking of Ryan Swanson, her kill percentage, that's the percent of her attacks that end up as kills. 552. That's 55% of her total attacks end up as kills. Diving play by Ryan White. Swanson with another attack from the right side. Overpass, out of play. Swanson with her 17th kill. Grace Nelson back to serve. See how much the stats changed there after Ryan Swanson's attack. That's her 30th total attack and her 17th kill. Reese Ptacek, her kill percentage at 500 as well. Some very strong percentages there. Ryan White diving into her own bench, but can't make the play. Roar Pappas with the bad bump. 21-19 now Kansas. Bowling Green, I'm sure, would be happy just to take a set here against the number 15 team in the nation. Hernandez serves line, a very strong one. Nelson has to dive away from the middle of the court to make it. Otten sets cross. Buttlemeyer from the left side. Nelson's overpass. Free play again for Bowling Green. Otten to Kendall Williams. Off the block. Back to the Bowling Green side and out of play. BG within 1. (25-18) the first set, Kansas wins. 25-20 the second set, Kansas wins. And Bowling Green scrape out the third. Williams with another block. That one more of a tip. Nothing on a strong strike there from the left side, and Selena Laban. Another good block by Kendall Williams. So impressed with the way that she's played today. 6 total blocks now on the day. Pappas goes in, and a good tip there over the block. Just to the right of the setter Klein. Seeing a new player in the game as well, Audra Wilms. Looks like she's going to play the right side in the front row for Kansas. Transfer from Washington, played in both the Pac-12 and the Big Ten now with Washington last season. Bowling Green gets stuffed, can't pick up themselves. 23-22, Kansas leads. Kansas can put it away with 2 points in a row. Bowling Green's already done the best in this set that they have out of the other two. 18 points in the first, 20 points in the second. Looking for a 25 hopefully in this. Laban goes line. Otten leaves it wide. Oh, but it falls inside the line. Otten looked like she made a good read at it. Timeout is called by Alex Del Piombo with set point and match point. Oh, actually, it's going to be a challenge by Alex. Going to be challenging that ball was wide and not hitting the line. Otten looked pretty convinced that it was wide when she let it go. We'll trust her for right now. Could be a 23-22 lead for Kansas if it's overturned. If it's upheld, it's 24-21. 17 kills for Ryan Swanson out of 30 attempts. Only 3 errors, a 467 hitting percentage. Oh, BG lost the challenge there. I was pretty convinced as well. Thought the ball landed wide, but must have rolled over that white line on the right side of the Bowling Green court. Ryan Swanson in 2024 had only 2 matches played of 10-plus kills. She had 12 both against West Virginia and Kansas State. That was 17 today. Buttlemeyer will have to dump it over off of the bad set. White across. There's a block, Ava Buttlemeyer. What a stuff by the true freshman. You're going to have to make some decisions if you're the Bowling Green coaching staff. Middle blockers, 3 strong ones. Outside hitters, 3 strong options now, with Buttlemeyer having a great game against the number 15 team in the nation. Buttlemeyer with another swing. Off the block, out of play. Ava Buttlemeyer continues. 3 kills now. Ties for 3rd place for the Falcons. 7 for Hovey and Wilford. 3 for Buttlemeyer, Otten, and Kendall Williams. Hovey serves again. White digs it out. Slightly overpassed. It's going to have to be just dumped over by Kansas. Otten to the middle. Kendall Williams. Buttlemeyer with a good play to keep it alive, and it's dumped over by Hernandez. Klein sets back. The strike won't land. Pushed back over by Wilmus. Hovey off the block. Falls down. 24 all. 2 points in a row for Bowling Green with set point. We'll have to play extra points here in the Holloway Gymnasium. Lauren Hovey with her serve. Williams and Buttlemeyer leading the charge. Otten with good sets. Hernandez, Hovey, and Hobson on the back row for Bowling Green. 10 bounces. Ball in the right hand, throws it up. Hovey with the jump serve. Perfectly in. Ace for Lauren Hovey. 25-24, Bowling Green leads. 1 more to take a set against ranked Kansas. Hovey another try. White digs it out. Klein back, down. Hernandez digs it out. Buttlemeyer will dump it over. White up again. Klein to the left side. Laban off the block, out of play. Got a little bit lucky there, but she still ties it up, 25 all. Clutch time, ace a second to go from Lauren Hovey. BG is showing some true fight in this game. Their best set so far, especially at the attacking percentage, almost closing in on the quality of attacks that Kansas has had. 14-16 in kills. Tapes it, falls over. Buttlemeyer keeps it up. Otten wins the joust. Amanda Otten got it. 26-25. Bowling Green leads by 1 again. Buttlemeyer off, Olivia Brown on, because it was Buttlemeyer's serve. Interesting that the Falcons went with the freshman here, not with Belle Lauby or Avery Anders. Serves over, White to Klein. Klein to the left side, LeBon with a strike, just long! Bowling Green wins the third set, 27-25 against the number 15 team in the NCAA. Fourth set coming up in a few minutes. You're listening to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Soon after humans began to walk upright, they invented folk music, and folk music was the only music, and it was good. Then came civilization, and rival musical genres arose: Gregorian chant, classical music, jazz, rock and roll. And there was cacophony, but folk music survived, and when the economy and technology collapse and civilization devolves into barbarism, these upstart genres will fall away, and folk music will rise again to its natural dominance. You can prepare yourself now for that inevitable future by tuning in to the Folk Music Show Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
聆听世界音乐。
Did you hear that, kids? You too can join the International Humanist Conspiracy. All you have to do is listen to the World Music Show.
দেশের নয় শুনুন পৃথিবীর গান.
That's right, music from everywhere but here, Sundays starting at 6 p.m. on WBGU 88.1.
This is BGSU volleyball coverage on WBGU 88.1 FM from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Kansas takes control of Bowling Green in the first two sets, wins 25-18 and 25-20. Bowling Green down a few in the third set, but Gridley comes all the way back and wins 27-25 against the number 15 team in the nation. Still, Kansas has not had a three-set sweep this season and won't get one against Bowling Green. BG needs to win 2 sets in a row to able to come away with a match win and their first ranked match win in quite a while. Zelenovic starts it out with a strong strike, cross court, back corner, gets to land. Ava Buttlemeyer, the story of the game right now, still on the court. Good block there, getting in the face of Zelenovic, not backing down. Not able to get the stuff, but a very strong third set. Hovey with the rip now, off the block, out of play. Bowling Green's got some momentum now. In just the third set, Ava Buttlemeyer had 9 strikes, 3 kills, and a .222 hitting percentage. That's about on the same pace to where Lauren Hovey is right now. Hovey's played 3 sets, has 9 kills, but on way more attempts. So actually, Buttlemeyer's arguably been Bowling Green's best pin hitter. aside from Kendall Williams and Helen Wilford. Here's a nice cross-court attack, puts it right on the line. Nothing you're going to do about that if you're Bowling Green. Good snake eyes from the middle of the court. Puts it on that right wing side. Serving from the middle, Molly McCarthy. McCarthy serves Hobson, who digs it out. Otten to Hovey. Hovey with a strong strike off the block, out of play. Good rip, Lauren Hovey. Some confidence and conviction back to the Falcons. Hovey's got 2 aces today. Add that to her other 4 on the season and 6. She's only 41 away from the all-time Bowling Green ace record. Her ace results in a dump play from Klein that falls in the campfire. A good setter attack. Grace Nelson, Hobson digs it out. Otten to the left wing. Buttlemeyer is kept up in the air, but a good strike. Now Swanson with a rip. Hernandez is there, just at Hobson, and a good attack by Reese Patasek to drop it in front of Avery Hobson. Four to 2. Kansas leads Bowling Green, leading 2-1 over the Falcons as well. Otten to the middle. Williams just wide. They wanted it off of a fingernail, maybe a jersey. I like that attack by Kendall Williams, though, just to the left of the setter in the middle of the court. Hobson out. Now again, another attack by Williams. Diving play by Hernandez, keep it alive. Hovey goes for a hard attack, but tapes it on her own side. A couple of times today that Hovey has gone for a big attack instead of just a dump play, and that should show you the mindset where Bowling Green is right now, to attack on everything. Green light on every swing you get. Here's a Buttlemeyer attack from about the 3-meter line, but it won't land. Gets a finger on the attack from Klein. Here's another one. Drops it in front of White, but White digs it out. Now Otten with her own swing. Strong one. Dumped over by Kansas. Otten with the set. Middle. Williams. Buttlemeyer keeps it up. Long rally for these two squads. Buttlemeyer again with a rip, but it can't land. Swanson off the block on the side of Kansas. Swanson again with a try. Hernandez with a good dig. Buttlemeyer from the left side, and Nelson digs it out. Klein reverses field. Backside. Patasek on the slide will end the rally. Nice one for Bowling Green. Alex Del Piano will call the timeout. Probably more for Bowling Green to take a breath as they trail by 5, 7-2 here in the first set. Lauren Hovey, 10 kills, 25 attempts, 6 errors, a .160 hitting percentage now. Getting a little bit better as the game goes on. She does have a double-double with her 11 digs, also 2 aces, 2 blocks, and 1 assist as well. Still not in a good game, but finding a way to contribute to every aspect of it. Helen Wilford now been a little bit quiet the last 2 sets, but 7 kills on 12 attempts, 2 blocks for her. Amanda Otten with 21 assists. That's a low number for her, but 7 digs, a block, an assist, and 4 kills on 10 attempts. Again, putting together a very solid game as it goes on. Buttlemeyer still with 3 kills on 14 total attempts. Some very strong strikes, and the only outside hitter BG's really been able to get going consistently. She has more kills than both Avery Hobson and Edita Vaswacek, and she's played about 2 sets less than Hobson and 1 set less than Vaswacek. Hobson, Vaswacek both with 2. Kendall Williams 3 for 10, 2 errors, 6 total blocks, which leads the entire floor as just a freshman. No coincidence either that now that Bowling Green's gone on their hot spell, winning that 3rd set. Well, I guess just during that first set, the 2 strongest players were Buttlemeyer offensively, Hovey as well, and Kendall Williams, the other freshman, defensively in her blocking ability. Buttlemeyer off the block and down. What a smart play by the freshman You heard there, the Falcon bench knew it before the ball even landed. Wedelmeyer won't serve. Olivia Brown will come in. 3 freshmen making impact for the Falcons. Brown in to serve. Wedelmeyer in, the outside hitter. Kendall Williams looks like middle blocker number 1 right now. Swanson, long of the corner. Good try by Ryan Swanson. She's cooled down slightly. Still dangerous. Bowling Green trailing only 3 now. Klein sets back. Ptacek on the slide. Hernandez to Hovey. Hovey isn't going to go diving into the stands to get that in a non-conference match. So she'll just get a fist on it and let it go. 8-4, Kansas leads in the 4th set. 2-1, Kansas leads in total sets. Ptacek serves. 1 ace, 2 errors this season. Williams wide. Tries to go for open space. She had a lot of open floor to her right. The swing with the right hand, not the easiest angle for her. Went for the block and missed it. Ptacek serves again, right side of the court. Targets Olivia Brown, the freshman. Hobson, oh, what a strike! Avery Hobson willing the ball to the floor. Her 3rd kill, still struggling on the stat sheet, but a promising swing from the Falcon junior. Now being to serve. Her and Olivia Brown, the back row for Bowling Green. This dump in, I mean, what a dump from Kristen Klein. Her 3rd of the game on her 7th try. Just such a almost undefendable play, especially with the way this Kansas team attacks. You had Aurora Pappas, who is more of a blocker, but is still a very strong defender. Zelenovich, who was in the game. This set over the top of Hovey. And has not had the greatest game setting-wise. Has overset a few times, especially Hovey and Williams. But you spread the floor so much, this Kansas team does, with how many hitters they have on the floor at any given time. That leaves that setter dump wide open. Ryan White can't handle a strong strike left side from Avery Hobson. This is what Bowling Green also does well when the Falcons are clicking, especially during the MAC play last year, 16-2 in MAC play. Were the Falcons in 2024, winning the MAC regular season. That's why Amanda Otten's offense was so effective. That's why her setter dump was so gross. Because you had Lauren Hovey on the right. You had Jordan Newblatt and Mia Tyler on the left, who were outstanding. Alexis Mattil and Jessica Andrews both with very high upsides offensively in the middle. So many options that Bowling Green team had that you're looking to have again. And just trying to find those arms if you're the Falcons, who trail 5 right now to Kansas, 11-6. A serve is Logan Bell. You're just trying to use these difficult teams, this non-conference play, to sniff out who you're going to play where. Your decisions are the back row, which you have Olivia Brown, Avery Anders, Isabel Albee, and Sydney Hernandez, who's your libero, but you have 4 options to play that back row. You have 3 in the middle blocker position. Helen Wilford's been very strong blocking. Kendall Williams has been an electric player with how well she does offensively and with her solo block talent. And also Jessica Andrews is 2nd team All-MAC. You're not going to pull her. So who do you place in that front? The only sides that you have set in stone for Bowling Green, which is how I think they want them, is Lauren Hovey on the right side and Amanda Otten as your setter. Both leaders, both strong attackers, both very good players. 1st team All-MAC players in 2024. Chelsea Carter, Alexa Wharton, head coach Alex Del Piombo Lucas Pitlick as well, just trying to sniff out the rest of this team, who's going to be the option through MAC play in the rest of the season. Back row attack, Lauren Hovey. In tight, almost running a tight with Amanda Otten there. A confusing look, but a good look. Buttlemeyer back in the game. Wilford, Hovey, Buttlemeyer front row. Otten, Hernandez, and Hobson back row. Nelson sets it last second. Zelenovic down the line. She's just too big and too powerful to leave with no blockers. Buttlemeyer and Wilford have to get over there as quick as they can. White serves, Hobson to Otten. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey's blocked by Ptacek with both hands. Hovey will try it again. Off of Nelson and out of play. Grace Nelson had that outside off blocker. And Hovey beautifully puts it off of her left hand. And that falls next to the podium referee. Hernandez serves into the net. She's got 3 aces, is the leader on the team in aces this season, 8 total. This is her 4th match, so averaging about 2 aces per match. She's had a lot of talent last year as well, 40 aces in her 131 sets played in 2024. There's a blocked attack. 15-8, Kansas leads. So looking like they're probably going to run away with the 4th set. But Bowling Green has done a good job learning about themselves. Williams still fighting, puts this one down. That's the better middle of blocker attack that you want from Kendall Williams. As this game goes on, I continue to question who's going to be that middle blocker duo for Bowling Green the rest of the season, if it even is a duo. Might be a trio in the way that these players have been playing, these middles for Bowling Green. Buttlemeyer with a nice strong block, but Ptacek's slide is too much for Bowling Green to handle. 12 kills for Reese Ptacek. I mean, I think probably 8, 9 of them coming off of that slide. Only 4 errors as well. Approaching as good of a hitter on the game as Ryan Swanson is. There's a slide attack to the outside, 16-10. Bowling Green gets a quick point back from a right side attack. Brown in for Buttlemeyer. And the freshman will go back to serve for the freshman. Serving 16. Grace Nelson to Kristen Klein. Klein to Swanson. Off the block, out of play. Diving effort by Hovey. Impressive play, even just to get out there close to the ball, but no play to be made. Trailing 7. Ptacek serves. Hernandez, Brown, and Hobson look like the 3 options. Brown's going to get it. She'll get the dig as well. Otten to Hobson. Clean dig. Overpass. Kendall Williams goes for the set, not the attack. Hovey, another one. Again, close to overpass. Swanson with a rip. Off of Hernandez. 2 out-of-system plays by Kansas, and they land it for their point. 18-10 and a timeout for Alex Del Piombo. BG trails 8. In the 4th set, they took the 3rd, dropped the first 2, and Kansas leads 2-1 here late in the 4th. Listen to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Catch all the action of BGSU Athletics right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU FM. Student play-by-play announcers broadcast all the sports you want to hear, including football, basketball, hockey, volleyball, and more. Don't miss a single game with coverage of BGSU Athletics from the Falcon Media Sports Network on WBGU FM and streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com.
Falcon Volleyball on the radio at 88.1 FM and online at bgfalconmedia.com.
18-10, Kansas leads in the Holloway Gymnasium. First of 3 matches this week for both Kansas and Bowling Green. Kansas leads 2-1, leads 18-10 in this 4th set. Looking like it's probably going to go the way of the Jayhawks, but a very strong outing for Bowling Green, especially in that late 2nd set and throughout the 3rd set. They've just continued to improve as this game has gone on. Joust won by Amanda Otten, middle of the net. Nelson with a rip. Otten will have to set from behind the 3-meter line. Hobson, her pound won't land. Now Otten will reverse field. Hovey off the block, won't fall. Diving play to keep it alive. Ball lands long after this dump play attack, and Bowling Green will get a point back. Molly McCarthy with a good dig there on the front end of that play, but won't exactly fall in, just long of the back line and on the P of the Purdue, if you can picture that on the court here in West Lafayette, Indiana. Dug out, Klein, good strong serve. Diving in is Brown, she was just a step late. Made a good dive on it, but her feet were kind of stuck in stone there a little bit. But they're leaving her in. Hernandez in, Belle Laube and Kendall Williams off. Serve coming from Kansas, 19-11. Into the net. Point back to the Falcons. Surprised there hasn't been some parity in the Kansas lineup. Now granted, Ryan Swanson has been fighting for her time in the outside hitter position. Safe to say she's earned it after this game. Amanda Otten's serve goes long, I should say. But we haven't seen a whole lot of players that weren't on the Falcons' radar today. Logan Bell, Molly McCarthy, pretty consistent serve specialists for Kansas. Ivana Zelenovic has been the biggest surprise, and it's more been her absence from the game. This attack, just wide. A strong one from Hobson. She's got better as the match has progressed as well. But it's wide anyway. Del Piombo's not going to use her challenge. 21 serving 12. Brown digs it out. Otten in the middle. Hovey playing in tight with Otten on that left side. Hobson gets it over. Zelenovic misreceives, and it falls out of play. Still trying to figure out when and how Bowling Green's using that tight play with Lauren Hovey. Amanda Otten, picture her standing on the logo in the center of the court. Hovey's in to the left of Otten. And kind of running a middle blocker play. It's been something the blockers haven't been too keen on so far. Oh my gosh, what a blast from Grace Nelson. Good first touch, perfect second touch in the set by Kristen Klein, who's been so good, almost 50 assists today for the Kansas team, 41 for Klein. Also 4 digs, 3 aces, and 3 kills for the sophomore. Back row attack, Logan Bell off the block and down. Helen Wilford slowed it up, but nobody on the back row to pick it up. 23-13, the lead is 10 for Kansas. Only need 2 to complete the match win. White serves Hernandez. Otten to Buttlemeyer. Off the block, off the net, and falls wide. Although on the side of the Falcons, Buttlemeyer with a nice shoddy play there. Williams in for Wilford. AG needs a essentially 9-1 run to make sure that there's extra points. Klein, back set, Zelenovic pounds it down. When she gets a clean rip-off, she's nailing it to the floor. That's her 5th kill. Match point Kansas, 24-14. Falcons need 10 in a row to tie. Buttlemeyer digs it out. Otten back sets to Hovey. Hovey is blocked off of Hobson, out of play, and that's the final for the match here in the Holloway Gymnasium. 25-14, the final of the 4th set, 3-1. Number 15 Kansas beats Bowling Green, but a learning game for the Falcons progressed throughout the match. We'll get the thoughts from one of the coaches here from Bowling Green in just a few moments. Listen to BGSU Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey, it's Reese Patricus, and you're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Catch all the action of BGSU Athletics right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU FM. Student play-by-play announcers broadcast all the sports you want to hear, including football, basketball, hockey, volleyball, and more. Don't miss a single game with coverage of BGSU athletics from the Falcon Media Sports Network on WBGU FM and streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Northwest Ohio's community radio station is currently looking for music submissions from local and regional artists. As a local non-commercial radio station, WBGU celebrates local musicians and offers opportunities for independent artists to get their music out to the local community on 88.1 FM and worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com. Submit your materials now by snail mail or Facebook. Get your music on local radio with WBGU, Northwest Ohio's community radio station.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Catch all of the action of BGSU athletics right here on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU FM. Student play-by-play announcers broadcast all the sports you want to hear, including football, basketball, hockey, volleyball, and more. Don't miss a single game with coverage of BGSU athletics from the Falcon Media Sports Network on WBGU FM and streaming worldwide on bgfalconmedia.com.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hi everyone, it's Erica Porter with Bowling Green Women's Basketball, and here's my Falcon 4 favorite activities off the court. I do like to go shopping in my free time. If I'm back home in New Jersey, I do love to go to New York City and go thrifting in like the Soho area. I do like hanging out with, my hometown friends. Literally I could do literally absolutely nothing with them as long as I'm in their presence. I love it. And what would my last one be? Oh, being around my sister, because I don't see her a lot.
To get your music played on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, submit your materials via snail mail or through Facebook. Additional opportunities include on-air interviews, live performances, and more. Promote your band and your music on Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Submit your materials now and start engaging with a larger audience. Return to Radio Freedom with local music on 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green.
On September 13th, BGSU men's soccer's Bennett Painter scored the game-winning goal against Northern Illinois, leading to the team getting nationally ranked. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer had the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
Gonna win that one initially. Head up again. Wins the second one, however. Back to lane, back to Painter. That one's blocked, gets it back. Painter! Bennett Painter paints another masterclass at Cochran Stadium.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Falcon Media Sports Network and BG Falcon Media takes pictures for nearly all BGSU and Bowling Green related events throughout the year. Head over to bgfalconmedia.com to check out thousands of photos and all the content.
Girl, what have I done for you to mistreat me this whole way?
Hi, my name is Taya Ellis, and I play on the women's Bowling Green basketball team. And these are my Falcon 4 favorite meals to cook. One is this Jamaican meal called oxtail rice and peas. That's one of my favorites because my mom and dad used to cook it growing up, so it just continued on. Another one is tacos because it's just easy, something easy and quick to make. My third one, I would have to go with steak and mashed potatoes because who doesn't love steak and mashed potatoes? My last one, I'd say Alfredo because I love some pasta.
Check out more Falcon athletic coverage online at bgfalconmedia.com.
3-1, the match victory for number 15 Kansas over Bowling Green in the first of the weekend here for the Falcons. Now joined by assistant coach Chelsea Carter from Bowling Green. Chelsea, just how did you feel about today's game against the Jayhawks?
I think it should have went to 5. I think that's something we're capable of. There's still some things that we're cleaning up, but shout out to Ava Buttlemeyer. She came in. She was a spark for us. She got some kills. She got some slowdowns, and it really changed the game for us.
At least on our broadcast, on our end, her and Kendall Williams seem to be the two names that we mentioned a lot, especially in that third set and in that fourth set that seemed to be a little bit stronger. Just how did you feel about all the freshmen and the newcomers' performance today?
Yeah, Kendall and Ava are definitely some people that want to be coached hard. They don't like the gray area. They want it direct. They want it intense. And by golly, Kendall did so many things that go unnoticed, pulling blocks just by transitioning as hard as she can and going back in hard with her voice. Like, she made Kansas's middle be really, really disciplined on her to open up low on the right, to open up Avery and Ava on the outside. Like, Kendall did a really good job doing that, and she has Helen to lead by example all the time. And then Ava came in off the bench and did her job. So those freshmen stepped up today.
Yeah, both of them pretty good offensive days, but the rest of the team kind of had some offensive struggle there, especially with the strong blocking from Kansas. Just what did you see there on the offensive side of the ball? Especially?
I think we were a little reserved. I think, like, when we settled in and played us, like, yeah, you got 6-7 in front of you, but that's a lot of hands to use. I think there's got to be a little bit more conviction in it opposed to, like, we're being a little bit nervous and being okay. We did have to work through some nerves, but being okay with being dug opposed to, like, go for it. If you miss hard. Mm-hmm. And I think Hobbs did that at the end, and Ava did that from the beginning.
Definitely, Jovana Zelenovic, number 9, was one of the ones coming into the game to watch. But on the other side, number 4, Ryan Swanson also had a very good game. I believe she had 17 kills. So what did you see there, at least on the blocking side, that kind of switched it from one side of the court to the other?
Our block actually was very, very disciplined. Hats off to her. She is hitting so high and so hard. She hit over our block multiple times, and some of them were golf claps of like, you're going to paint the back corner. All right, there's not much we can do about that. But then when she did tip and did off speed, we got to be able to manage those a little bit more defensively, and like our backcourt's got to pick that up and take some pride in that.
Big focus today was the confidence and the conviction. How did you feel like that was throughout the game, and what are you looking for at Purdue tomorrow?
I think we worked through some nerves at the beginning, rightfully so. They're a great opponent. They're number 15, so obviously some big competition for us. But I think we worked through some nerves at the beginning and then settled in through the match. And I think we found our conviction a little bit at the end of set 2. And then that rolled us through set 3. And then set 4, I think we just kind of got a little bit inconsistent. Their offense started going off, and our defense didn't exactly respond. But going into Purdue, we got to put us on the court. And when we're in 5 sets with Purdue, let's see what happens.
Assistant coach Chelsea Carter. Chelsea, good luck tomorrow. Thank you for taking the time today.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Hi, Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy. We'll take a step back and bring you back for Stat Read in a few minutes. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
WBGU 88.1 FM, the home of live Falcon volleyball coverage.
3-1, the match final here in the Holloway Gymnasium, the home of Purdue volleyball here in West Lafayette, Indiana. Bowling Green drops the first match, drops to 2-2 overall record. Not necessarily the story of the match, as Bowling Green actually continued to improve throughout the match. Actually, like you heard from Chelsea Carter, probably could have gone to a 5th set, which is very good confidence that you see from Bowling Green's coaching staff after this performance here today. Ben Korek here from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Going to read you some stats from today's game. It is a little bit underwhelming for Bowling Green. 40 kills to Kansas's 56, a 121 hitting percentage to Kansas's 276. Less assists. They did have end with more service errors, although it did have more service aces, which I think the team will take, especially because they love the confidence and the conviction when they serve, and they'll take the errors as long as you get the aces on the other side. Their team blocking got better as the game went on. Kendall Williams certainly led that charge with her 6 total blocks out of the 8 total for Bowling Green. She was very impressive today, both defensively and some offensively as well. And then the side-out percentage of Bowling Green around 50%. Still all of those stats behind Kansas. Understandably, the number 15 team in the nation was absolutely superb. 20 kills from Ryan Swanson to end the day, a 421 hitting percentage, 3 digs, and a block as well. Reese Patasek, the highest swinging middle blocker. That slide was really killer for the Kansas Jayhawks. She used that quite a lot. Probably 10 of her 12 kills were on that slide, a 381 hitting percentage, high efficiency as well. And her 6 total blocks tied with Kendall Williams for the leader of the match. Aurora Pappas as well only had 1 kill, but 4 total blocks, which is second in the match, and she was very effective on the blocking end. Jovana Zelenovic was somebody that I was really looking forward to see playing and seeing have a good day. Maybe looking forward to isn't a good word, but she was the leader in kills by about 10 coming into the day, and she ended with only 6 and a pretty low hitting percentage for how she's played this season. She's a freshman out of Novi Sad, Serbia, most assuredly going to have a great NCAA attacking career. So keep the name Jovana Zelenovic in your minds. But at 6'7", you would assume she had a little bit of a better day than 6 kills. She also had 3 blocks, but she did not have the greatest day. Bowling Green limited her very well, as you heard Chelsea Carter say. And at the other end of the floor, that opened up Ryan Swanson to really go berserk. 20 kills on 38 total attempts is just an unbelievable number for Kansas. For Bowling Green, Lauren Hovey had 12 kills on 32 attempts, a 156 hitting percentage. She did have a double-double, 12 kills and 13 digs actually is her double-double today. And the first time this season where she's had a double-double of more digs than kills. She was impressive with her 2 blocks, 2 assists 1 assist and 2 aces as well. You look to Helen Wilford, 7 kills on 12 attempts, .417 inning percentage, and 2 blocks. Her and Kendall Williams, probably the strongest the strongest aspect of the floor for Bowling Green. Kendall Williams, 4 kills on 13 attempts, 6 digs, or 6 total blocks as well. Amanda Otten, 28 assists, not too highly. She didn't have the greatest day setting the volleyball, but she did have 7 digs. She had a block. She had an ace. She had 5 kills on 12 attempts. She attacked efficiently when she did. She had some couple full swings, had a couple of dumps in there as well, and certainly looking for her to have a better game tomorrow, but still a very good effort from Amanda Otten today. Just narrowly missed that double-double with the digs. Avery Hobson and Edita Vaswacek, the outside hitters, combined for only 7 total kills on 44 total attempts, although Ava Buttlemeyer, who came in the third set, had a pretty efficient time out there, and she's probably going to see some time tomorrow and on Friday, if I had to guess. 5 kills, 18 total attempts, and a .222 hitting percentage with a block as well. She did have good movements on the block. She took some very good swings that didn't result in kills, and I think she earned her way to getting another chance over either Edita Vaswacek or Avery Hobson tomorrow. Sydney Hernandez, 10 digs, 3 aces, 4 assists. She probably had the best day of any Falcon, I would imagine. She was very consistent on the back row, the best server out of almost anybody on the floor besides Kristen Klein, and I think Hernandez edged her out just a little bit. And then 4 assists, which counts for third in the match, just behind the 2 setters for both Bowling Green and Kansas. Final score, 3-1. Number 15 Kansas defeats Bowling Green, who took only the 3rd set. Bowling Green will play Purdue tomorrow. Number 17 Purdue tomorrow in the Holloway Gymnasium at 7 p.m. I have heard that this place really gets packed. Holloway Gymnasium, the home of Purdue volleyball in West Lafayette, Indiana, on Thursday. There probably should be a lot of people off. Probably should be a lot of people in here. I've heard it gets rocking. Certainly looking forward to that, and looking forward to Bowling Green being able to play Purdue. And then on Friday, maybe their easiest match of the weekend, but certainly not easy, Georgia Tech. Not too much we know about them yet, but they're going to play 2 games, so we'll have some good information for you on our broadcast on Friday. So certainly tune in 15 minutes prior to the broadcast, both tomorrow and Friday, to listen to Bowling Green's next escapades versus the Boilermakers and versus the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech. Should be very fun matches. Myself, Ben Korak, I thank you for joining us today, especially thank the board operators back in the Coolines Center in Bowling Green, Ohio, that did such an amazing job getting us on air today. Special thank you to Carl Smith, our faculty advisor, Lucas Kleinmeyer, and Tyler Kavelitz, our sports and production director, that allow us to be on the air as well. And thank you to Bowling Green Volleyball for allowing us to travel and to interview some players, talk to some players, just pick the mind of the team and see how they go about their business. And we very much enjoy relaying all of this to you. We'll say so long for now, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. You're listening to Bowling Green Volleyball on WBGU 88.1 FM.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.